In this video, I want to introduce you to M0 code. Um, you can get to it at code.m0.network, and it has some introductory information on the landing page and some things about the monetization model and how you can use M0 code to build lots of things. So I'll let you read through that. For now, I think I want to just create a ledger. It's a lot easier to demonstrate some of the things rather than talk through them. So I'll just jump into creating a ledger. Ledgers are cryptographic key pairs, and they're generated from a 12-word passphrase. And you have to keep that passphrase secret and keep it safe because it's the only way you can recover a ledger. We also need a password from you, a platform password, because we keep some secret information in local storage on the browser, so we need a password to encrypt that data. So first I'll set a password. And next I'll generate a passphrase. And remember this, to copy this and put it someplace safe, and it has to be kept secret. So since I'm doing this on video, I'm going to turn the video off, generate a new one, and scroll it off the screen before I continue. Okay, I'm back, and just need to name your ledger and give it a subtitle, and click the Create Ledger button. And it displays a message saying we need to reload, but it'll reload for us. And there it reloaded, so now we enter our password. Okay, and it loads everything up and we're good to go. So the first thing you'll notice is we're on the Streamery screen. Streamery is a product that we built with M0, and it actually came out, it was meant to be a showcase, but it came out so good that it's actually a separate product now. So it shares the same interface, so it's built into M0 code as well, so you get Streamery with M0 code because it uses the same interface. One of the differences between M0 code and Streamery is in M0 code you get the code tab, and this is where you do your work, and we'll be going there shortly. So you'll see that there's a command typed in for us, help code tutorial, so we'll just issue that command. And it just gives us a couple things to try to get started. The main command that you need to know when you're using M0 code is this debug command. This executes a method, so you'll write your methods, and then you'll come back here and issue the debug command to start the method, and then the method will usually be displaying information back on this screen as well. So the example in the tutorial is a method that displays an interactive message back to this screen, and then it has a handler in it that gets invoked when the person interacts with the message that you displayed. So I'll just launch this to show you what I mean. So this message was generated by the reply method inside this template, and we're going to go, we'll be over there in a second, so you'll see what I mean by templates and methods. So let's just interact with this form. I'll just type in my name and I'll check some of the boxes and hit the submit button. And this launches the debugger in the handler for that particular method. That's one of the great features of M0 code is you can set breakpoints in code, and you can see that this is the form data that got passed in that I entered. So normally you would have some other code here that would process the data in this form, maybe putting it in a GraphQL database or something like that. But here, there's nothing that happens here just for demonstrations. So I'll show you the method that sent the message. This is the reply method, and you can see we just have an MDX message here, and that's the format. And if we go down, you can see it's doing a couple things. First, it's making a handler, and this gets passed in with the message, and so this is what gets invoked when the form gets filled in, where we were just in the method called handler. So that's all there is to this simple example. We're just showing you, this is a very common thing that you're going to be doing. You're going to be sending some information back to the user and collecting information in a form, and so this demonstrates how easy it is to do that. So let me just talk about templates and some things in the UI here. Templates are the container that we use. It's similar to a class, and templates contain methods, and that's how you organize your code. We give you quite a few sample templates, and some of these are actually production templates that we use. You can see the one here called M0 Streams. This is the template we use to build Streamery. This is our production code for Streamery sitting right here. So you could learn a lot by taking a look at this template. Streamery is based around a fairly complex GraphQL database, and that's in a lot of the things related to that are in the lib method. The method's called lib because it's something that's actually code that's imported into all the other methods. So one thing I will show you is how easy it is to create a GraphQL database. So here's the GraphQL database right here. It's just an object. And for each type in the database, we just give it some sample data, and it infers the type of the data from the data that we pass it. So there's dates and strings and numbers. Another thing you can do is refer one type to another. For example, here we have a list stream. It's the streams that are in a particular list, so they have stream IDs in them, and so the syntax to use and list IDs. This stream, you just take the type name from here, stream, and you append _ID, and then the GraphQL processing knows how to link these two together. There's also some convenience things in here to do cascade deletes, or you can also do this as a cascade set null. So in this case, if a stream gets deleted or a list gets deleted, then we just want this list stream to get deleted also. So we can also look in this template for a lot of examples on how to do things in the UI. Just for example, let's take a look at show lists. This is what gets sent to the screen when you do the show list command, or You can. There's also a button you can click to get to this, and you can see it's just creating a table, and it's using the Tachyon CSS. You can see that, and it has it's putting some buttons on the table inside the table that the user can click, and those are handled here in the show list handler. So we're attaching a handler to this message. So here are the buttons that we're putting on this list. On some of this is a row of buttons that's getting attached to each list entry in the table, and you can see that it uses one of our controls called M0 Ionic button. Ionic has a nice set of icons to use, so we have a button that you can create a button out of Ionic icons, and that's what we're doing here. So if we go to the handler, this is the handler that's going to handle the button clicks. We do a lot of checking on data that comes in. And you can see that we're getting the operation that comes in on the form and using one of the methods that we have, internal methods that we have above, to handle each one of those, the add and edit, delete. So you can take a look at that if you want. There's a lot there to look at and give you a lot of hints on how to do things with M0. So I think that's all I'm gonna do for now. Thanks for watching the video.